Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a small Central American country nestled between Nicaragua and Panama. At around 50,000 square kilometers or 20,000 square miles, it has a population of approximately 5 million people. We are here for a month during the dry season and plan to visit mostly areas on the roads less traveled. Arriving in San Jose and picking up our rental in Alajuela, we begin our adventure by heading south along the Pacific coast.
In half a mile, turn right on Playa Domenical dirección Playa Domenical.
After picking up groceries and just a few hours drive, we are approaching our first stop. Did I mention how much we're looking forward to the weather here? It's going to be a nice change compared to what's going on back home. I do not miss that. It's hard to believe it really is this easy to get such amazing camping spots. Just pull in and you're all set. Check out this place. It's like our own private beach. I can hear you asking, what have you rented? This is our 2008 Toyota Landcruiser Prado that we've rented from Nomad America. It comes with the rooftop tent, an awning,
a table, 2 big chairs, a box of kitchen gear.
There's a water storage tank under the side of the tent with a hose that you can use for a shower,
a cooler, and these 2 comfy hammocks.
We brought along our own shower tent, along with a couple other things, like a solar panel, useful for charging phones when the truck's not running. Speaking of power, this Prado 120 has the Toyota 5LE 4-cylinder diesel, putting out about 105 horsepower, 145 foot-pounds of torque. It's not fast, but it'll go anywhere. For those who haven't used a rooftop tent before, they are pretty simple to use, and it doesn't take long to set up or take down. It's nice sleeping up off the ground, away from the critters and potential puddles from tropical rainstorms. The awning is also easy to set up in a few minutes and provides much needed shade from the intense sun down here.
Bejuco is about halfway between Jaco and Quepos. There are many spots to choose from on this long, palm tree-lined beach. As you can see, during the week, it's not crowded at all, and the massive low-tide beach was completely empty. Costa Rica has a lot of camping areas, most of which, like this one, are completely free. On the weekends, you will find friendly locals enjoying this beach for barbecues and relaxing with family and friends. I mean, can you blame them?
After a walk on the beach, it was time to get down to business. Let's find some shade, and we gotta do it.
Be careful.
First attempt.
Don't cut your fingers.
No idea what I'm doing.
Don't cut your legs. Okay, wait a sec. If you hurt yourself,
I'm not gonna hurt
do you use
myself.
911 here?
I'm not gonna hurt myself.
Who do you call? Seriously, stop for a sec. Who do you call?
You call, ayúdame. Ready?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
If you're like me and you've never done this before, you'll find that coconuts are a little harder to get into than you might think. But after several minutes of Krista having heart attacks and me keeping all my fingers, insert 1 coconut straw. Tastes like coconut. Want some coconut?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. Yeah, that's good.
Does it taste like a coconut?
Yeah.
What's more refreshing than a fresh, locally sourced coconut? Well, I think it's time for a dip in the ocean. If you keep your eyes open, no matter where you go in Costa Rica, you'll find some interesting critters. And, well, some of them may even come to find you. Hi, queso pa. I guess he was just looking for a place to hang out or maybe find some food. Speaking of food. So for dinner tonight, we're using hot Takis, refried beans, and tortilla wraps. What are we going to call them?
What are the chips called?
Takis. The
Refried
Taki
bean.
holies? Frijoles? Or beans?
Refried bean.
Taki holi wraps.
Taki tacos.
Taki holes. Taki holes sounds right.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
They may not look appetizing, but they're actually pretty good. After dinner, watching the sunset, it's time to settle in for the night and get some rest. Whew, it is hot in this tent. Let me tell you, coming from the full-on cold winter back home to the heat and humidity of a Costa Rican beach is a thermal shock. Now, don't get me wrong, we love the heat over the cold, but we were hoping that this nice ocean breeze that's coming in would continue into the evening. But right about the time the sun set, it completely dropped off, which left us with no ventilation in the tent. But I had foreseen this issue, and I brought along this. This is a tent fan, and you just pop the blades in, hang it from the top of the tent, turn it on, and you get a breeze. And this is a complete game changer in a tent. It also has a light built into the bottom, so you can turn a light on in the dark in the tent. It's USB rechargeable, and it's about $30 on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested. If you're going to be camping in a tent anywhere where it's hot and there's no breeze, I highly recommend you pick one of these up. After enjoying some time on the beach, it was time to pack up and head out to continue our adventure of Costa Rica. In most locations, we found it hard to pack up and leave, but without exploring, you don't get to discover new things. So it's time to hit the road and head up to the hills. In continuing our journey southward, we are headed to Termales, Quepos. But first, it's time to sample some local cuisine. We are in Quepos, and we've just bought some pollo at El Pollito. So we're testing out some local chicken, and it comes with these two sauces. Where's the other one?
This one?
And this one, which is a little bit spicy, carrot and cucumber, from what I could understand. And we got 2 orders of chicken, and the chicken comes with little, what are they, tortilla wraps. 2 pieces of
Small
chicken.
piece of chicken. And a giant piece of chicken.
And an order of, it's kind of like, whoa, kind of like French fries, but plantains. They don't look greasy at all, do they? Hopefully we don't get sick from this.
But a lot of people are eating there, so it looks good. They do have tables and chairs, and you can go inside and eat.
Probably should have done that. It's really hot in there.
It's really hot in there.
Try hazard. Capos, go to El Pollito. It's good.
Continue straight for 13 minutes to Eco Termales Pueblos.
Ah, Quepos. And there I was saying Capos. Always trust your GPS, right? Speaking of, we are using Waze to navigate, and we were made aware that if you use Google instead of Waze to get to the Ecotermales, you'll end up on a much longer, much rougher, potentially washed out, impossible road. And while that sounded somewhat like fun, we decided to stick to using Waze. When you leave the main roads, you get to see the real parts of the country. This is real, rural Costa Rica. This is a road less traveled, and this is what we were here to see. The volume level of the sounds of the insects in the rainforest is incredible. As we climb higher, they don't let up. It is evident that this is a completely different place in the rainy season. The massive riverbeds and road washouts tell us a story of the power that the rain has here.
This road is pretty skinny.
I guess they just don't need that part of the hill to hold the road up.
In 1.09 kilometers. Turn left.
Always listen to the GPS, right? I was told to go left. This is our first river crossing in Costa Rica, and though it doesn't seem like much now, I can imagine how quickly this would change with a quick tropical downpour. This is the fun stuff. Hey, why is my foot getting wet? Shortly after the river, we arrived at the small, family-run campground at Ecotermales Capos. While this is not a free campground, it's not that expensive. At around $8 per person to get into the Ecotermales, and only $9 for the vehicle camping, you really can't complain. It is worth noting that at the time of our visit, there was no cell phone signal here, but the campground does have free Wi-Fi, so you're not left with nothing to do while sitting on the toilet. And yes, they do have toilets and cold water showers. Parking right beside the rainforest lets you easily experience what it contains. So after setting up camp and a quick snack, it was time to take a walk. And apparently, there are a few other things walking around here. Now, you may think that the main attraction would be the thermal pools, but it's still hot here, so we opted to go for a cool off in the river first. Just a short walk in, and there it is. Oh yeah, that is refreshingly cold. Unexpectedly cold. Feels good cold. This very private setting feels like it's our own backyard of discovery, and I'm about to discover something I didn't know existed. The chirping sound led me to take a closer look.
That frog is tiny.
No, I'm not going to try licking it. This hidden oasis is a great place to relax, and once cooled off in the pools in the river, we headed up the hill to try out the thermal pools. You may have noticed these are called thermals, not hot springs, and that's because, well, they're not exactly hot, but they are warm. And while there are other areas in Costa Rica where they can be quite hot, many of these areas are quite commercialized and as a result can be very expensive to get into. As in, you can expect to pay 10 times as much to sit in a crowded, bubbling hot tub of other people's sweat. Personally, it's hot here and I prefer the river. The following day, it was time to move on again. Though enjoying the sights, sounds, and the temperatures of the rainforest, watch out for them jungle chickens, it was time to head back down to the coast and find the next beach. Jungle pollo.
In 300 meters, turn left.
One thing you will find on the lesser traveled roads here in Costa Rica is a lot of single lane bridges. Be on the lookout for the yield signs, as they are only on one end of the bridge and indicate if you or the oncoming traffic is required to stop.
Our next destination is Playa Domenical. As we have heard, it's quite easy and safe to camp here. There are also a number of grocery stores nearby and a restaurant, pretty much right on the beach. Playa Domenical is a very popular surfing beach. It can be hot and humid here, so come prepared for a dip in the ocean. At 4 kilometers long, it has space for a lot of people, though some areas can get crowded at times. Being that we've been on the road for a bit now, it's laundry day.
Spot to do laundry.
The variety of waves and relaxed atmosphere should be enough to whet the appetite of any surfer.
Speaking of appetite, I'm hungry.
Taquijoles, round 2, this time with peppers
And avocado.
and plantain chips with hot sauce on the beach. Probably can't hear anything because of the wind.
After finishing lunch, I flagged down a passing police truck and asked their opinion on camping here. They advised that we would be safer further up the beach, near the restaurant, so we moved. Though it was much busier up there, I think it's wise to follow the recommendations of those who know. Besides, now we get to watch the surfing show. With our new spot picked out, and the laundry drying, we, along with, well, the most people we've seen so far, watched the sun setting and the surfers trying desperately to catch that last wave of the day. I hope you've enjoyed this first of many videos from Costa Rica as much as we have enjoyed the adventure so far. If you did, hit the like button, and if you like this kind of content, hit subscribe. There's lots more coming. If you're already subscribed, thank you, and don't worry if this style of video isn't your thing, there's plenty more technical and truck building content coming as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Is it good?
Yeah,